Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Transform You podcast. I'm Nelia.
And I'm Paula, and today we are going to be talking about how to make new friends in your 20s and 30s. Now, this was actually a request that we got on Instagram. Of course, we keep all of this anonymous, so no names, but I actually think this has came up a couple of times, this one, and it's actually something that we are quite passionate about because we did not know each other this time last year. Believe it or not, we only met last February, and now look at us.
This is actually something that I would have been looking out for in a podcast.
Yes.
This is definitely something that I would have needed.
We seen this and it was just like, we need to do that, especially it's your story.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, literally this time last year would have been when I needed this. Crazy.
Oh, the universe is talking to us. So why don't we begin with you telling us your story, because this is something that's really relatable.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Yes.
So I think it was really when I was coming out of my breakdown and breaking through.
If you haven't listened to our last episode, by the way, you need to go and hit that one up.
Yeah. And I was, part of my breakthrough was realizing that I maybe was in some toxic friendships. And I was trying to put myself out there and try new things.
Yep.
And none of those pals wanted to do any of the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And part of that journey was me just pushing myself to try new things.
Yeah. And going alone.
And going alone.
Especially if you have listened to the last episode, once you are going through something like that, you're rebuilding yourself, you do have a new identity.
Yeah.
And you do have new perspectives, and you do want to try new things because you know what worked in the past. Well, it didn't work in the past.
I did do the classic thing though of I did cut my hair off. And I gave myself a fringe.
That's
and I did do all that. Yeah, I did do the classic
like
new me.
Neil just had a breakdown. She's chopped all her hair off.
However, my pal Sophie said that was the best thing I ever did. That
Really?
I look the most me. But then it was like, okay, I need to just
meet my people.
Find my people. And that's where I sort of started to explore how to do that, and started doing things by myself, which was fucking scary, but I pushed myself to do it. And then I met Paula and all my pals.
But that is like the butterfly effect, because I sort of had a bit of that as well. It's not like I had to like meet new pals, because I'm extremely grateful for all my gal pals, as you know. You're now friends with all of them as well. But I also was trying new things that a lot of them didn't want to do.
Yeah.
So I was also forced to put myself into uncomfortable situations and meet people. And then that's why I started becoming a yoga teacher as well. And so me putting myself out there, going to events alone, meeting new people, signing up to do a yoga course by myself. And then I met Kirsten on one of these Zoom calls.
Yeah.
And it was one of those moments where I was listening to her talk on a Zoom call, and straight after I went, I really like that lassie. And I thought, me and her could be pals. And I just messaged her. And then that was it. So we started to talk on social media, and then we obviously done yoga. But then we also started these events that then you started to come to. So it's like that knock-on effect. You don't know where that's going to lead you.
So I met Paula and I was like, that is my lassie. Like, I just know that we're going to be pals, and I know we're meant to be pals.
Aye.
And it just...
Manifestations, the universe.
Yeah.
See if you've put that down, that these are the people I'm going to be pals with. Like, we manifested each other.
Yeah.
And your energy attracts you to each other, and we're not getting spiritual, but
it does.
It is true.
And through meeting you, it's opened up all these other doors. Do you know that way? It was just when we first met each other, it was like,
like,
pals.
Did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends? Literally, it was, so wasn't it? It was so funny.
Aye, and now look at us. So this is your sign if you are in that place, if you ask this question, we're about to tell you exactly what it is that you need to do.
Oh, yes.
The first thing I would say you need to do is change your mindset. Get out of that scarcity mindset and have a more abundant mindset.
Yep. Oh, yes. So the scarcity mindset is no one wants to be friends with me. I have to keep all my friends, even the toxic ones, because you have to have them. You can't get rid.
It's like you don't want to let go. And some people think because they've invested X amount of times into a friendship that you need to stay in that. The same with relationships, by the way. There's actually this thing and it's called the sunk cost fallacy. And it's just because you've invested time in something, that should not be a reason to stay.
100%.
Like, definitely never say, see if you have ever thought, do I want to break up with this person? And the only thing that you've got in your mind is, we've been together 10 years. That is not a good reason.
It's the same with careers.
Same with, that's it. I need to stay in this job because I have invested 6 years to work my way to the top. Doesn't matter.
If it's not bringing you peace, happiness, joy, why are you staying there?
Bin. And I know we always make a wee joke about these things, right?
We do.
See, when you're in it though, and you are trying to figure out if you need to leave these toxic friendships or situations, right? It is hard and it's terrifying.
No, it is. Like I was in these friendships for fucking ever.
For far too long.
And I was also in relationships for far too long.
Oh, I heard
Do you know what I mean?
You just loved the woman, you were stuck with the man, and it was never going to align.
Yeah, and so I know how hard it is just to go, no, I need to prioritize myself. I need to prioritize my own happiness rather than the image I'm portraying and prioritizing everyone else's well-being and happiness. So I do understand how hard it is to get yourself out of that mindset, but you have to start getting your mindset shifting into. So
how do you go from that scarcity to abundance, right? So you said, like, for example, scarcity is it's really hard to make new friends. So what would an abundant mindset say instead?
I have so much value to give in friendships.
Yeah. Again, get the journals out.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. We said we're going to give you journal prompts every episode. So your journal prompt right now, get your phone out, get your diary out. Journal prompt is write down I am and write whatever value it is you give to friendships. So I make friends very easily. I have lots of value to give. I am a great best friend.
I am kind. I am loving. I am.
Yes. Yeah. You could even manifest the exact people that you want to meet.
100%.
You've done it. I've done it. So write it down as if you've already got it. I am so thankful that I have a friendship group who supports everything I do, who aligns with my goals, who make me feel so good.
I could literally go back in my journals and tell you who I manifested, and it is Paula, and it is like our gals. Like it is. It's like you, it's Megan.
Aye.
Which how
we will share these journals with you guys if you don't believe us.
I know. But I literally did manifest yous.
Yeah. And again, that's changing that mindset because we obviously know you went through your own journey and you had to heal, and you would have felt like pure shite at one point, and you would have been like, no one wants to be pals with me. We've all thought that.
There were weeks where I'd just be crying every day.
Yeah.
I'd go to bed crying every single night because, let me say, I do have some pals in my life from like a couple of pals from school, like Sophie, Caitlin. But there were times that I was just like, oh, there's no pals that like doing the stuff that I do. Yeah. And some people just don't understand. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's
all right to have, I mean, you do have really good pals, and it's not to say that you don't, and I have amazing pals as well, but sometimes there's just people missing for your life, and that's it, and it's all right to feel like that, because each friendship will give you something different, And even if you're still feeling like you love all these pals for whatever, so you've got your pals who you meet up for coffees, you go for walks, you do wholesome things, you'll get your night out pals. Like, it's fine to have different groups of pals. Like, that is absolutely fine. And I just think it's all right to still search for something else, and don't be scared to do that.
And I think at the time I was struggling as well, because a couple of them were engaged and it was a lot of
the comparison.
So it's hard to then be in that headspace when you're single and having that conversation in your head and you're like, well, I'm just by myself.
Comparison will get you nowhere as well, and there's going to be an episode on comparison as well. We'll get into that.
But I think that was a request as well.
Yeah, it was. So, it was. Comparison is the thief of joy. Please always remember that. Nothing good comes from it.
No.
And you'll be surprised because people might be actually comparing themselves to you and you don't even realise that.
I know.
So
I know.
It's like that thing of you only miss the sun when it starts to snow, right? It's like your married pals with Wayne's will be so jealous of you being single. But if you're single, you're like craving that. Yeah. So let it go, sister. Let it go.
Grass is always greener.
Oh, aye. And it's greener where you water it, which is yourself. Bringing it back to focusing on you.
So dramatic every single time. I can't help it.
So before we go off on a tangent somewhere,
I know.
Making pals, right? Do not be scared to do it. Change the mindset and then put yourself out there to try new things.
Yeah.
And you said something really good earlier about using your social media.
Yes. So I think when you're a bit lost, when someone says try new things, and and you're a bit like, huh? And it can be quite overwhelming. So I think I quite like the suggestion of going onto your social media, use the algorithm to your advantage. What is coming up on your algorithm? Yeah. So what is it? Like for us, it would be sort of like wellness vibes, cold water dips, all that stuff. But for you, it could be gaming, it could be dog walking stuff, it could be book clubs, it could be all this stuff. And if things keep popping up on your algorithm and on your feeds, on your For You pages,
that's what you want.
That's what you're wanting.
And listen, we all know that TikTok is watching us, and we're like, get that away. You know, the conspiracy theories about us being tracked, but that knows what you're paying attention to. So you could tune into that.
And there's something for everyone out there. Yeah. So if you're well into reading and book clubs and all that, find a book club for you. And if you're too scared to go to something by yourself, then find a virtual book club. And then work your way up to going to something.
You're right. There's so much stuff online as well. But it's as much as we are like community based and we host a lot of events and things like that. And one of the things that I constantly get asked, people always say, "Can I come alone?" None of my pals want to come to this. This is something that I get asked every time I post an event. People, but the reply that I always give is 100%. Most people come alone. You would not believe that. Or most people have maybe came with a pal and their pal doesn't want to come back, but they do, and they just keep coming back.
I said that to you the first time.
Can I come alone?
I know.
I was like, oh my God,
yes,
please come alone.
And I did, and look where we've ended up.
Yes. So I would actually encourage going alone. See,
so would I.
If you're thinking, my pal's not going to really vibe this, they might come with me, but you know, if they're not going to match, and you might feel like you can't really be yourself or who you want to be.
See, I would 100%, I'm backing you up on this one. I would encourage going alone.
Go alone.
Because I kid you not, you have the best time.
Yep.
You meet new people. See, at Self Love Club, there's a couple of the gals that are now best pals.
Love it.
And they come together.
How class is that?
And it's just like, oh.
And actually with Self Love Club, we then had a night out in November with all the gals, and it was just amazing. So things like Self Love Club is on Saturdays at last. We do a wee bit of cold water therapy, a bit of yoga, And right now we're teamed up with a sauna. If maybe you think that cold water isn't your thing, there's also another event that I do with Kimberly called Soul Fit, which we do at Irvine Beach. And that is more like fun vibes. You've came along a few times,
yeah.
you know, it's like we do a wee beach workout, nothing too strenuous. Anybody could do it.
Oh, anyone can. Yeah.
And then we do a wee bit of yoga down by the waves. It's just lovely.
Such a vibe.
The
by the
good
way.
thing about these events is at the end, everybody sits and chats. Like
I
at the
know.
end of Self Love Club, we're round the fire, we've got the tunes on, tea's flowing, people bring snacks.
I know.
Like Hannah bringing her
some-
wee
oh,
bakes
I know.
and Alexandra the last time. Like so many people. Same with Soul Fit at the end. Like people go to Grow for coffees and you're all
Yeah.
just, so this is how you make
So
pals.
good.
And you even have similar events as well and you'll
Yeah.
know that.
So I've actually got a monthly event starting up next month. So we've got a gong bath with yoga. So we're doing them side by side. So usually you have yoga and then you have a
So
sound
you're going to
bath.
do them together.
So we're doing
Stunning.
them together, which
Yes.
is me and my friend CJ. She's doing the gong bath. This
Love
is
it.
like our dream.
That'll be so good.
Yeah, we're so excited.
And see, especially if you're not outdoorsy, there you go.
It's perfect.
Cozy vibes, done in studio.
Yeah, Sunday evening
Sunday
at the
evening.
Soulworks. Just
Aye.
wholesome vibes.
And see if you just make that your wee Sunday, like
Yeah.
you go to that
Yeah,
every time it's on.
yeah. Once a month,
Perfect.
starting on the 2nd of February.
So more signs, guys. If you are looking for ways to make pals, there you go. I think most people, if they know us, and if people have said to you anything about us, we would make people feel very welcome.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would talk to anyone. And actually, I always make a conscious
Yeah.
effort to go and talk to everyone that comes to events. I've went somewhere and I felt like a complete outsider.
Yeah.
Then I was just like, okay, that they're not my people.
Yeah.
But it's always important to keep trying.
Yeah.
Don't let that put you off
Oh,
because
100%.
that can happen, and it's happened to both of us.
Yeah.
And that's just a sign like, okay, that wasn't meant for me.
Exactly.
There's something else. There's something
Exactly.
better. There's other people.
And I think it happened a bit earlier on in my healing journey. So I
Yeah.
wasn't quite strong enough.
Right.
For
so
it.
that kind of
So
knocked
that's why
you a
now
bit.
I'm like,
Right.
what
Making
if someone else is in that same stage?
so you want
And
to
I
be that
just
person.
I would have loved someone just
You
to
are that person.
come and chat to me.
Yeah.
Also, I just love chatting to the lassies.
Aye, definitely.
We're just chatterboxes. Why do you think we started a podcast?
Well, that's it.
Because all we do
Exactly.
is like chat all day. But yeah, I think you just have to keep trying.
Yeah.
Don't have that fear of rejection. You have to if that's one bit of advice, let go of the fear of rejection.
Yes.
Because
Definitely.
you just have to try again.
Fear will be the biggest thing to hold you back. It really will.
Yeah.
And again, without sounding too harsh, you're not the centre of attention. You
Yeah.
feel like you're the centre of attention. You feel like the whole world's watching you. But I hate to break it to you, no one really cares
know.
about you that much. Like they
know.
actually don't. Like people care about themselves. People are thinking about themselves. People are
Yeah.
thinking all about their insecurities
Yeah.
and wondering how they want the day to go. No one's actually
It's
really
like
watching you.
when you go to like a big gym
Yes.
and you think everyone's looking at me.
It's like the spotlight effect.
Literally no one's looking at
No
you.
one is.
Everyone is looking at themselves.
And
Do you know what I mean?
you know, that's always a good thing to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how we've got to the point of not really giving a shit.
Yeah.
Because see, if people do care, they might care for 10 seconds, then they'll move on with their day.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. And that is the reality of it. How often do you go out and just stare at what everyone else is doing and judge them? Can I just say, see if you've went, well, I did do that, then you need to heal, sister.
And you need to
look
heal inward and think about your actions.
Equally as well, though, if you think you're not like that and your pals are, that's when you start to know you're like,
Yes.
I need to get away from these people. And it's that thing of show me the 5 people you're closest to and I'll show you your future. Because see who you surround yourself with, that's who you become.
Yeah.
Whether you like that or not, it is true.
Yeah.
So find your people, especially if you are on your own wee journey and you are trying to reinvent yourself or rebuild yourself. It starts with who you're surrounding yourself with.
And you might be listening to this going, oh God.
Something just hit home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
because you're like, right. I
God, my
think
pals
someone-
do sit and do that. Like, or my pals would be the type to go, oh, they're if you're ready.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
And
We say it every episode.
and you sit there going, oh no, it's fine.
Leave them alone, aye.
And you just sit quiet and get on with it and
Yeah.
think, oh, it's fine. They always do that, but it's fine. I think you have to
Tune into how you feel.
What's
This was
your
a big thing for
gut
me.
feeling.
How do you feel when you leave people, right? So there's two types of people. There'll be energy suckers and energy givers. And
Yeah.
if your friendship group, when you leave, you feel drained or you feel worse, that's a sign. The universe is screaming at you to go and find your people.
That was a huge wake up call for me, by the way. A huge wake up call. And see, when I started hanging out with you and the gals, and when I hang out with my pals Sophie and Caitlin,
Yeah.
I feel, no matter how tired I am, by the way, I leave and I just feel so good.
Aye.
I just feel so, so good.
Yep.
And then there's certain other people that were in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I would leave and I would just feel
Aye.
not.
And again, we've all been
And I
there.
would go, maybe I would go into it and I'd feel good, and I would leave and I would not. And that sat, and I remember there was I can't even remember what journal prompt it was. It was something along the lines of, who gives you energy? I think it was literally as simple
Yeah.
as that. And I started writing out that who
Yeah.
does, and who I thought would be on that list.
They're not.
They weren't.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh gosh,
Wake up call.
wake up call.
But it is, if
Yeah.
you, right, so just to let you know as well, when you start manifesting, you will get signs. You can ignore them signs, or you can tune into those signs. So
Yeah.
those, they are the signs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're putting out there, I want to meet people like this, you need to be prepared for feeling like that.
Yeah.
You will get all that gut feeling. You will have the universe sending you signs left, right, and centre, and it's up to you to tune into that intuition. It's up to you to take action.
Uh-huh.
It does happen.
And sometimes the gut feelings can be uncomfortable.
Stay comfortable.
Uh-huh.
And it's the fear. You need to push past that, but it's worth it. And I hope we can inspire you to know that it's worth it, especially with your own story is, like, I would say, very inspirational for people.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Feel the fear and do it anyway. Great
What my
book.
mum always says.
Great
I know,
book.
I love that book.
And on that note of feel the fear and do it anyway,
Yeah.
once you've met the people, so you've started going to the events and all that, what then would you say that you need to do?
Take the initiative. So
Aye.
don't just wait for one of these new connections that you've made to message you.
Yeah.
Feel the fear.
Do
And
it
reach
anyway.
out.
Yep. Now, we know we are all for you're the main character, you know. I don't chase, I attract.
Yeah.
Definitely if that's your dating life, but you are the prize. But if you're looking
She
to
knows me.
meet pals, I'm like, when it comes to dating, hen, do not. If they've
Yeah.
patched you, don't do it, right? But once you've met these people, it's like, reach out to them, give them a wee message.
Yep.
So what I done with Kirsten was, like I said at the start, after that Zoom call, I messaged her like, by the way, hen, love your vibe, love everything you just said. Let me know if you want to meet up for a coffee. And because we were obviously, we align with each other, similar values, she was like, aye, of course, same with you. I was thinking the exact same.
Yeah.
And now me and Kirsten obviously have self-love club together. So
And
lassies,
look what that's
please,
become.
please listen to us. As Nelia says, listen to Polly.
Listen to Polly.
It'll happen. And obviously for you, you took the initiative.
Hold on. Listen to Polly. That's going to become a segment.
Thank you.
If you follow me on social media, that's
If you
all
know,
I
you
ever
know.
do. If you know, you know.
I love it. Makes me feel quite important.
You are?
Oh, thank you.
are
So
important.
you are important. You matter.
Thanks, Hen. Love you.
It's like me self-love affirmation. Oh, cute. Right, where were we? Show the initiative.
Yeah.
You showed it. How did you show the initiative?
With you?
Yeah, I think it was similar, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just kept showing up.
Aye.
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 And just messaged.
Yeah.
I think.
Come along to all the events,
Yeah.
because then it was obviously Wholesome Mum Club, then you became pals with Megan.
Yeah.
And then you guys got really close, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And then you would come to Soul Fit as well. You were like, I'm going to all the events. You honestly got out of that scarcity mindset. Like, you really leveled up. You honestly were the...
That is what I leveled up.
You did.
That is what I did.
And you really lived up to our favourite statement of riddies don't exist.
Yeah.
Because some people would be like that, oh no, I can't go. You know, I've been to them. Whereas you're like, brilliant, these are going to be my best pals.
Mate, and see some of these toxic people that we mentioned. They still do think I'm a riddy.
Aye.
And that's what they were saying.
That's all right.
And they would say like, oh, you're always at these things. Like, they
What
things
these
you
crazy
go to.
bitches.
Like, and they'd comment about it and I'd just be like, yeah, it's so cool.
You're like,
I
too
love
bloody
it.
right, aye.
But I would invite them. It's not like I'd exclude them. Like, I'd be like, it's so cool, you should come. Like, I love it. Like, it's so fun. I'm having the best time. And it would just be like, you're always at them.
Aye.
That's all you do.
Not the vibe.
Boo. But
Put them right in the bin.
But you're right, I did. I just leveled up. I
You
just
did,
went,
hun.
that's my vibe. And
You're-
they are my people.
Aye.
So they're not getting rid of me.
That's it. You're like, you're
They can
stuck with me
try.
now, hen.
But
I did try.
she tried.
But the universe
No, she
delivered.
didn't. She loves me.
Of course.
She loves me.
My wee angel. But like, I just love that for you though. And it's just, but again, see, if I wasn't the type of person who was open to meet new pals, then I might have been closed off. So you need to be open to it as well.
Yeah.
You know, not be like, oh, I'm betraying my pals because I've got another pal. I am that pal. Everyone will know. I'm the organizer. Of course I am,
We
right?
both
Obviously, I'm
are,
like
aren't we?
an event host and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I love that. I'm happy to take on that role.
Yeah.
What I love to be as well is I bring people together. So see my big pal group, they're all separate and I've brought them all together. I just think that's such a vibe.
Yeah.
Because Adele's separate, Megan, Jen and Alicia are separate, Christy's separate, Megan brought her in, and obviously me and Sam have been childhood best buddies. And
I didn't even know that Adele was separate.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's me and Adele were actually pals for the past that we don't talk about anymore.
Yes.
But because
Oh, actually, no, I did know that.
because we obviously really clicked
Yeah.
and vibed, I'm not going to let that ruin my friendship with Adele.
No.
Like, we've always been like, we're besties through and through. So, and now you guys are as well.
Yeah.
So it just shows you. And actually, one of my
love Adele.
childhood besties, Karen, her and Nelia are now real besties.
I love Karen. I love her.
I just think
Her
share
gal.
your pals, man. Like, bring people in, let people meet each other.
A lot of the time when Polly introduces me to her pals, it's just immediate, isn't it?
Aye.
It's like the first time I met Alicia as well. It was
I
just
went
like,
used to it'll be besties.
we screamed in Wonder Bar.
I literally knew that would happen.
We screamed and jumped
Jump up and down.
We jumped up and down for like 10 minutes.
Your other pals would be like,
Oh, aye, wouldn't they? They'd be like, "Ugh, what are you doing? Ready. Fucking
so,
love it.
do you know
What
what
a
we need to
vibe.
do, guys? We need to let go of our egos
Yes.
and
Yes.
we need to
100%.
just trust. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah.
That's it. It's so, like we just mentioned, if you go somewhere and you're like, oh, that was not my vibe, fine, take note of that. Don't go back to it. But if
Yep.
you go and you're like, they're going to be my best pals, then they are.
Love it.
They're definitely going to be.
Oh.
So good. The power of social media, by the way, because as much as it gets bad press, we always say this, it is amazing for connecting with people. It's amazing for communities and different things to do. So you need to become the person that you want to attract.
Yeah.
And your vibe honestly attracts your tribe. So the more that you put yourself into these situations and, you know, joining things that align with what you want to do, then you'll find people that your energy will match. So
Yes.
just don't be afraid to put that out to the universe that that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And you will receive it as long as you're keeping your vibes high and stay away from toxic people.
Bye bye. Fuck 'em.
And although we always like to say all this stuff sounds easy now that we've done it, it is difficult
It is
because
hard.
a friendship breakup is just like a breakup.
Yeah.
It's, especially if it's people who you have known your whole life, or it's people who you went through a lot of shit with, like they know you really well, you know them really well. Well, actually, they know the past you really well. Because if you're feeling like you're not aligning anymore, then they know the past you really well. They don't then, and if they don't want to move forward with who you want to become, then that's fine. Just let it go. It doesn't mean to say that it needs to turn toxic or sour. It's just you'll be putting your energy elsewhere, and then so will they.
Yeah. I think if they're not willing to move forward with you, fuck it. Don't stay stagnant, and and definitely don't move back. Don't step backwards.
Aye, and don't let them pull you back.
Exactly.
So we were talking about this on Friday night at the event. We had a wellness event we were at, and we were sharing things like this. And let's be honest, that's something that comes up a lot. People who have had friendship breakups and are trying to find new pals. And one of the lassies was basically saying that one of our pals does keep trying to, our ex-pal keeps trying to reach out, and, you know, was like, I've fucked up. But this person was basically saying there was too many chances. And I suppose we've all had that experience as well. Like, you've gave them far too many chances. And just because you feel sad about it doesn't mean that it's the wrong decision to not continue that friendship. Just because something makes you feel like a bit shit, it doesn't mean that you should go back.
Exactly. And you could just see how strong she is and how far along she is in her journey.
Oh, aye, because she's doing so much for herself.
Good.
Like the way that we done that, like you go and you do so much for yourself, and aye.
So proud of her.
So if you're listening, girlie,
we love you.
It's anonymous, but
we love you, Head.
Yep.
We're proud of you.
And we love to see it.
Oh.
So good. Oh,
because
honestly.
like that is fucking hard.
Oh, especially if they're messaging you, because I feel like a lot of us, you want to be a good person, you want to be empathetic, and you're I suppose you kind of still love that person.
Yeah.
Because you'll be thinking about all the good times.
Or you have love for them.
Yeah.
Because you have love for the memories, you have love for
that's it. It's the attachment. Yeah.
It's like an ex.
Yeah. You romanticise it a wee bit. Aye.
But
the reality.
It's tough.
So journal prompts for that, I would say, lassies, notepads out, journals out. If you are trying to meet new pals, or you are feeling like you've got people who are dragging you down or holding you back, and you're a wee bit unsure, you feel a bit lost, do a wee bit of scripting, manifesting.
My favourite thing.
Writing down exactly what it is that you want, the events you want to go to, the places that you want to go, the people you want to be surrounded by, how you want to feel.
Yeah.
But write it as if it's happened, right? So you could write, I met a lovely woman called Nelia, and she makes me feel so full of energy and sunshine when I leave her, and we go to all these yoga events together, and write that out as if it's already happened.
Yeah.
And it will.
I'm surrounded by people that feel like sunshine.
Oh,
like
that's a lovely one.
Because I am.
And you were ready to say something else there about the journaling, because we're talking about scripting, and what's something else that you would do?
With scripting? So I script out the person that I want to be friends with.
Okay.
And
be very specific.
I'm so specific. You know me.
Yeah.
I am.
And you'll romanticise it a bit.
I am a romantic queen.
Yes, a wee bit of
drama queen.
Yeah. We sprinkle a bit of Disney on top of that.
That's me. But see, I don't think I always used to be. I've really stepped into it.
Oh, aye.
I've really I'm in my...
You own it though.
I own it now. I think I used to hide it.
Aye.
And now I'm like, no, that is me.
You would have hidden that though, because you were surrounded by people who wouldn't have supported that person.
Yeah. And now I'm like, no, my pals love that about me.
Oh, aye.
My pals love it.
Fucking love it. I'm always screaming for the mountains that you're a poet.
I know. Why am I hiding it?
Nelia Burns or Amy Rabbie sitting in the corner there. I fucking love it.
I would have been so afraid to ever read out a poem.
And I'm like, Get that book.
I would have been
book.
afraid to even like say, I like a wee poem.
I
Do you
actually
know what I
said
mean?
to you the other day, didn't I? I was like, you have a voice for poetry.
I used to be afraid. I would be scared of my voice.
No.
And you're the third person
To say.
recently, like this week, to say that you like my voice.
Well, maybe that's a sign, hen. I was
That's
right. I was
crazy.
like, you should read books. You should do that the CBBS bedtime stories. You could either have Tom Hardy or Nelia. It's a hard one, lassies, I'm not going to lie.
The gays are like,
Yeah, that's true, actually.
fuck Tom Hardy.
Wholesome Run Club, Girlies Only, Nelia's at it, Pimp Me Out Again, hen.
She's at it. My God.
Oh, I've distracted you.
gosh.
It's a sin. You were talking about...
Scripting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a dramatic gal, as we know.
Oh, aye.
And similar to how like I do my wee movie scripts,
Yeah.
I will script out who I want to be friends with, who I want to surround myself with, how it is like what you're saying with how you want to feel, but I go into detail, in depth detail. I will write pages and pages
Yep.
of what my days look like, my dream day,
Love that one.
my dream
I've done that
day,
before, writing down your
what
dream day.
my dream day with my dream friend looks like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I've done that with. It's not happened yet. I'm still single, but it's gonna happen.
It will
with like a
happen.
dream partner.
Yeah.
You know, it's how you feel, and every little detail. It's like what I'm drinking, like I'm having a cup of tea. Do you
Look
know what
at
I
us,
mean?
cups of
It's
tea
like,
galore.
it's so specific. You have to be so specific, and
Yeah.
all of these things have come true.
Uh-huh. Oh, aye. Same.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
And it's like the colours you see.
Yeah.
It's all of it. You have to. It is like how I don't know, like a script writer would
Aye.
write a script.
Writing down every
Yeah.
single detail
They
that
write
needs to be in that.
every single
Yeah.
detail. So when like a producer sees or a director, they're like,
Yeah.
right, we need this, this, and this.
Yeah.
So it's like the director of my life is going, I need to manifest this for her. I
It's
need to give
your
this to her.
exact vision coming to life. So like we said about, we visualised this setup. We were like, we want it cosy, we want the greens, we want
Yeah.
the pinks, we want cute cushions, we want...
Yeah.
We visualised all of this.
Yeah.
And obviously it came true.
Which is why, like, when we find stuff in shops and
We're like,
whatever,
oh, that was meant
we
to
don't
be.
even need to ask each other.
Nah, we're
We
just like,
buy it.
get it,
because
it's cute.
We know
Yeah.
we have the same vision because we've both manifested
We
the same
align,
thing.
yes.
And we align.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It's great.
Meeting your pals in your 20s and 30s is something that is terrifying.
It's terrifying, but
Could be the best
it
thing.
is the best thing
Yeah.
and the most rewarding because the friendships you make are fucking strong.
And always remember, you choose your pals. You can't choose your family, right? But you can choose who you're friends with, and you can drop friends who are making you feel like shit, who do not bring out the best in you, who do not support you. It's fine to actually be like, I'm just going to distance myself from these people. And you don't need to be dramatic about it. You don't need to have a fallout. You don't even need to say anything. You can start distancing yourself slowly,
Yeah.
and you'll find that it fizzles out.
Yeah.
And what you might find as well is maybe you're the only person that's keeping that friendship alive.
Yep.
If you stop making plans, if you stop inviting them out for coffee, it might disappear. And then you know you've done the right thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you really value a friendship, put effort into it.
Yep.
As much as you put into your relationship with your partner. I am a strong advocate for that. I value relationships in my life, and I would say that's one of my biggest values. So if I had a wee board of values, relationships up there. So for me, like
too.
freedom, relationship, my time, how I feel, they're like, I really value all of that stuff. Relationships, I'd say, are maybe the top.
Yeah. We're the same.
Yeah, and that's how I think
really
we are so
value it.
close, because we value that, and we always try and meet up with each other. We'll always try and make plans. We'll always invite people along.
I think that is why we're so close, because our values
Are the same,
They
yeah.
align.
Yeah.
And they're the same.
Definitely. And it is like, we are the pals who make plans.
Yeah.
So we're always just like, no bother. Fair enough. I know people have their own lives, right? Don't fall out with your pals for being like, shit, I'm really busy the next month or so. That's absolutely fine.
Don't listen. Like, they're not making plans.
Just like
And your
drop them
pal's
all.
like got some shit going on in their life. They're having their breakdown.
Yes,
and you're like, well,
bye.
Paul and Nelia said they're not making pals, so fuck you.
I think it's that's you need to understand we all have our own lives, and it's hard when you've got work, relationship. It's when you feel like you're constantly trying and you're getting fuck all in return.
If there's a pattern happening,
it's like, if
look at it.
Who's not showing up?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need to start filtering out.
Because, by the way, I've got pals in my life that do have shit going on, but will still message or voice note and be like, oh, I've got this, this, and this, but they'll still make time for me
because they value it.
And when I've had shit going on, I can't be present, I can't go to things, but I will make time for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think as well, some people's values are different.
It's important to me.
Yeah, that's it.
It's important for me because they mean so much to me.
Yep. So that's high on your list. If you're quite happy having, like lukewarm friendships and friendships where it's not your highest priority, that's absolutely fine as well. If you just are, maybe you aren't listening to this episode. See, if people are like that, that's fine.
Aye.
They obviously value X, Y, and Z more. It's just, if that's important to you, bloody own it. Don't let anybody tell you that, it's not that important, because it is.
Yeah.
Especially if it's important to you.
Yeah. You value it a lot.
And please just put yourself out there.
Yes.
Change that mindset. Try new things.
Abundance mindset.
Yes.
It's so important.
Do not let anyone hold you back. Do it for you, gal.
Yes. Look what can happen.
Honest to God. Could be the making of you. If it's something that's constantly in your mind, take action. And if you're listening now and you're like, shit, that's me, go right now. Yes, you who's listening. Go and find your people. Go and sign yourself up to a course. Go and join that gym. There is amazing gyms out there. Prosper is amazing. It's a community. Stacey puts on events all the time. All her members are like pals. There's nights out, there's psychic nights, there's clubland nights, there is quiz nights. There's places for you to meet new people, and places as well.
It's the same with K&B.
Yep, that's
Christy
it.
always puts events on. Yeah, they always have wee nights and stuff.
Go on,
we
gal.
run clubs and stuff, and we
run
do
clubs.
Like
Girls
nights. And,
yoga classes. We're obviously, we have shit that you can come along to. If you don't like us, that's absolutely fine. There will be plenty of other people out
Find
there.
your tribe.
Go and do it. Go and do something for you. Make that promise to yourself. Take a note right now in your phone, in your journal. I need to do something for me. I need to go and take a bit of action here. And please let us know if you do and it works out.
Yes.
How class.
We would love that.
Yes, we want to hear your success stories, because we're proof that it's happened.
Yeah.
Right? This is evidence. Not just us two. We know plenty of people it's happened for. Go and do it.
Yeah.
Take this as your sign, gal.
And final point.
Go for it.
Be the energy that you want to attract. So start acting like the friend that you want to bring into your life.
Yes. And by the way, can I just say, see, when you start acting like that, your friends will either accept you or reject you, and see
Which
if
is
they're
what happened to me.
But mate, see if they're rejecting you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because then you know you've made the right decision.
Yes.
If they're accepting
100%.
you no matter how you show up, that's a true pal.
Yeah.
If they're not, right in the bin.
Because is that not what happened to me?
Oh, big time.
But best thing that's ever happened?
I would wholeheartedly agree. Love it.
So yeah, be the energy that you want to attract.
That's it.
And everything will work out.
It will. And let's just also fling in a wee word of wisdom and a wee self-love affirmation. So today's word of wisdom is: show me the 5 people you're closest to and I'll show you your future. We spoke about that already in this episode. Really, really take note of that.
Yeah.
You could go and write that down now. A wee bubble. You're in the middle. Who are the 5 people who you see constantly, who you're constantly surrounded by? And see if you don't like it, change it.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
We self-love affirmation.
Give us it.
Let's do one. I think
No pressure.
no pressure. We're going to go back to what I said earlier.
Give us it.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Oh,
Because
aye.
I just want to shove that down everyone's throats.
Yeah. Go and read that book if you haven't.
I feel the fear and do it anyway, because that's what, see, before I met you, that first time I came to Self-Love Club,
Yeah.
I sat in the car just shitting myself
Shiting yourself.
and being like, go on, feel the fear and do it anyway. Also, another one, bonus from my mum. This is what my mum says to me every single day. And this is what she used to say to me and my sister every single day before we'd go to school. Right?
Right.
And me and my sister, my sister not so much, but I used to get bullied really, really bad.
Aye.
But she would say this to us every single day: make today the greatest day of your life.
Oh my God. How fucking cute.
Every single day.
What a wee angel.
So even just like a really dark day,
yeah.
or you're putting yourself out there and going to some new event or some new club,
Yeah.
or you're going to meet a new pal, or you've put yourself out there, you've made a new connection, and you've taken the initiative to go to something, and you've taken the initiative and gone, I'm going to meet up with this new connection,
Yeah.
and you're now in the car about to go for coffee with someone, and you're like, make today the greatest day of your life, because it could be the
Stunning.
connection that starts up something incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lovely words to finish with, Hen.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you for that.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Amelia's mum, for that, actually.
Yeah. Thanks, Mum.
And thank you if you're still listening. You always usually give a wee well done.
Oh, well done, guys. Well done for making it.
We are very appreciative of you
Always.
listening. We always appreciate the feedback. Please let us know if you've listened and took a wee bit of wise words away with you today.
Please let us know if you
If you meet some new
if you
besties.
meet some new besties.
I wasn't hear the stories.
Yeah. Let us know like what you go to, like what clubs and things. So excited.
We are here for it. So thank you so much. We
We
will
love you.
tune in again soon.
Yeah.